Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Betty Sakosha, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and team leader for the Power of Positive Inking. I am live on Monday morning. I'm making sure I'm live where I think I'm at, and I am. Okay, perfect. If you are joining me live, please let me know. Let's see if I can see comments. So hang on one. Maybe if I do that. Nope. Okay. I think I'm all set. I apologize for that. Okay. If you are joining me live, let me know you're joining me live, where you're joining me from. If you're catching the replay, just let me know that you saw this on replay. And also where you're from. Excellent. Welcome, welcome. If you are new to my site, my name is Betty Sakosha, as I mentioned. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in Massachusetts. And I am here, fingers crossed, every morning at, no, not every morning, every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. So I hope you can find me, and you can go back briefly and see the past couple weeks. And then moving forward, you'll be able to find me on, I'll move these over to YouTube, so you'll be able to see the videos on YouTube. I'm going to flip you down and talk to you about a couple of things and then get moving right away on today's project. Let's see if I can do this all at once without... Okay, this is pretty rudimentary technology I got going on here. Okay, here is my information. Let's see if I can move this over here. bettyboop.stampinup.net is where you can find my website. And I wanted to real quickly just talk to you about, morning Jody, I'm having a kit class this coming Thursday evening at my home in Norton, Mass. Thursday evening or Friday morning. So if you're an evening person, I got you covered. If you're a morning person, I've got you covered as well. So while I have a number of kits that you can choose from, I just wanted to quickly show you some of the holiday kits that I have on hand so that you would be able to choose these if these speak to you. So the kit class is $30. You choose your kit when you get here. And I have, like I said, a variety of kits, but here I'm just going to quickly show you some of the holiday kits that I have if you're in your holiday card making mode. So this is kit number 1. This is called Christmas Wishes Kit, and it makes, actually, I've altered that card. Not sure where my original, oh, here we go. Here's the real card that you would make. You are welcome to alter your cards, but these are the two cards that come in the kit. So you'd make 8 cards, 4 of each. That one is called Christmas Wishes. The next kit is a tag kit, and it's the Nutcracker Tag Kit, and it makes 4 different nutcracker tags. They're very large. You can see they are the size of my hand, so they're very, very large. And then I can show you a way that you can make these into cards if you're more about the cards than the tags. So these are the cards that you can make with the same, using elements from the kit. So I could show you that. And then the third one that I have on hand is called Calm and Bright. It makes 9 cards, 3 of each. And these are what they look like to me. I'm in love with this kit. I think it's so pretty and so soft and beautiful and calm and bright. just the way we want things to be. So if you're interested in the card, if you're interested in coming to the kit class, leave me your information or message me, and I can add you. I can send you the link to register for that. If you're on my email list, you should have gotten that the past couple weeks, and it will be in an email going out on Wednesday again. Okay, so that is happening Thursday, but back to what's happening today. So for the past couple of weeks, I have been focusing on this stamp set here. It's called Love and Courage. Right here is the stamp set. It is found in the current mini catalog. That looks like that. That's the cover of it. And the benefit of buying this set, not only is it a really nice set, but the benefit of buying this set is that this is Stampin' Up's Making a Difference set. So every fall they come out with a stamp set that they give back to a charity, and this is the set for this year. And $3 from each set sold will be donated to breast cancer organizations. So I've been featuring it all month. I've showed you a couple of different cards the past few weeks. Let me pull forward what we have featured previously. This one here. And then last week I used this same stamp set, really different look of this card, right? And then today I'm going to do something, again, different with this set. But I wanted to let you know that if you purchase $50 worth of anything from my website on my online store this month, I'm going to send you all of the supplies to make the 4 cards that I'm showing throughout the month. So the previous 2, the one I do today, and the one I do next week. But alternatively, if you only purchase the Love and Courage set, if this is part of your purchase, or all of your purchase, the set is $25. $3 is donated to breast cancer organizations, and additionally, I will send all of the parts to the cards that I make. So it's the same as if you were to get the $50. The $50 is anything you purchase, but alternatively, if you purchase just the Love and Courage, I will also send you the goodies to make the cards I'm showing. I cannot send, I won't be sending the stamps or the inks. Things won't be stamped as you get them by regulations of Stampin' Up, but you will have all the goodies to make the cards that I'm showing. Okay. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to make a card that's kind of pretty traditional. I'll show you the finished card. Maybe I should bring that in first. So this is the card that we're making. I'm going to show you all the elements that I used to create this card here. And that's kind of using this stamp set specifically for a breast cancer card. It really is speaking to that. Now, as you probably know, there's a ribbon for every kind of cancer, a different color ribbon for every kind of cancer. And because there is a ribbon in this set, you could and the words really support any kind of struggle people are going through, but definitely cancer with the ribbon there. Or actually, it's not just cancer, right? It's a lot of different organizations use a ribbon for awareness. So just think of that if you have an organization that speaks to you that that would be meaningful. Think about getting this set as well. Okay, so I'm starting with some Strawberry Slush, which is seriously pink. I love this color. This is an in color that came this year, but came back. It used to be a color, and then it went away, and now it's back again. The way that I fold my paper in half, I kind of hold it with my fingers over here. I go in with the bone folder halfway, and then go up in one direction and down in the other direction. And that gives it a really nice tight crease. You can use your fingernail, your thumb, whatever, but this gives it a really tight crease. Let me see if I can bring you in a little bit closer. Okay, perfect. So I'm starting with this here. And the first thing that I want to do is to create some dimension on this. So I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss machine, my Big Boss as I refer to it, with this embossing folder. I think it's called... actually, I don't know what it's called. I can leave that in the comments. I'm not sure what this folder is called, but you'll find it in the annual catalog. It is not a 3D folder. So if you know a 3D folder, they're very, very stiff and they really give a really, really strong impression. This is a regular folder, so it's a little bit more not flopsy, but just not quite as stiff. And the impression is a little bit softer looking. So I'm running this through my Big Boss like this. It says this side through first, but in this case I have to run it through this way. Well, I could run it through that way. I guess it really doesn't matter. In any case, the reason I put this on here is because this is the hinge side, and you always want to put the hinge side through first, or alternatively sideways, but you don't want to put it through this way first because that puts a lot of pressure on the hinge and sometimes it can break. It's not good. So just trust me on that. Okay, so I just line this up with the edge here because my whole entire card base is going to be, well, the front of my card base is going to be embossed. I'm making sure that this part doesn't go through. Makes for very difficult writing on the card. And through the magic of television, this has been done ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to try, you can see the dimension on here, but I'm going to pop in a little bit of some white ink on here to kind of pop it out a little bit more. Let me put all of my card parts aside so I don't mess with those. Let me move that up there. Okay, so I'm just using a sponge, and I'm going to start in the center. The center of this card is going to be covered up. So if I mess up, it's best to mess where you're going to cover up. So I'm going to start in the middle and just start very lightly and then swirl to the outside. And I think you can see how this is picking up, really picking up the detail of the embossed part of the card. And I just want to go super light. I don't want it too dark. You could go as dark as you wanted. I don't want dark. I want a soft kind of look to this card. Like I said, the middle of it isn't even going to show, but once you start this magic, you can't stop. So you cover up the middle anyway. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's pretty already. Okay, this really shows up a whole lot more. You could do the same thing with the darker ink. I chose to go with the lighter ink, but you could do the same thing with, if you did on Strawberry Slush, it's just going to pop it and make it a little bit darker there. Okay, next, let's do the next layer here. So my next layer that I want to stamp is this right here. This is Pretty in Pink, also a current in color and a returning color, actually. Actually, Strawberry Slush, has that been around for a year? I can't even remember. Doesn't matter, they're both in colors now. They're both available as we speak. Okay, so I am using the Strawberry Slush ink and the ribbon image that we talked about, and I'm going to stamp this randomly. So people will tell you if you want random, you start stamping in triangles. That's what people will tell you. So by people, I'm going to go with, I will tell you that. And again, it's random. You just want to make sure that it's going to show on the outside, because the middle of this card, just like, ooh, I don't think I like that. Hang on. I got too much that's going to be straight down here that I don't want. Yeah, perfect. So this is going to cover this up. I want a little tail here. There we go. It looks ridiculous there, but watch. It's going to be fun. Oh, still doesn't even show. All right, how about we do this? How about we just do the very top of a ribbon? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to call that fine. Some people care what this looks like underneath. I do not. If it is going to be covered up, I am fine. Honestly, I don't care. All right, so let's start building our layers here. So I'm going to bring in my embossed card here. This is my card base with my embossed image. And this layer is also Strawberry Slush. It's going to go right on top. But I'm going to use dimensionals with this. to pop it up. If I'm using the same color and popping, if I'm using the same color on the same color, which I kind of do often, I like white on white often, but I will pop it up, which gives it, just makes it way more, you know, gives it dimension. Hence the name, Dimensionals. It's really handy if you want to use the same color twice. Okay, woo! Can you believe it? Okay, I am embarrassed. Okay, but I'm going to have to make do here. Okay, so that paper I had used previously and taken dimensionals off the back of it. And that is going to be a layer here. But the back is kind of ripped up. Now the front is kind of ripped up. Oh, you are seeing live TV at its finest. And I don't even know how to edit well, so even when I post this, it's going to look like this. Okay, I'm not really worried about this because most of this is going to be covered. So the part that I ripped, I'm not really worried about. But this is really a mess back here. This really is a mess. So that's where I meant to put my dimensionals. Honest to goodness. It is a Monday morning. Okay, there we go. I wish I could rewind that. But much like life, you can't rewind it. You just got to own up to it and move on, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to go on here in all its glory. That layer is going to go on there. But this layer is going to cover that up. Whew! No one's even going to see, right? Everybody here knows what happened, but nobody else is going to see. I am going to put this down flat. So I'm just going to use some of my green glue. Any adhesive, your adhesive of choice is fine. Put that right on top here. Like that. And remember this mess? I'm going to own it and move on. I'm going to cover it right up. So that's going to be covered here. So clearly I didn't really need to stamp all over the middle of it, but much like using the white on my embossing. Once you get started, you can't stop. Okay. That's where we're at this point. I'm going to bring in this very small piece of basic white, and I'm going to stamp that same, nope, I'm not stamping the ribbon. I'm stamping the word hope on the front of this. It'd be nice if your name were Hope. So many things in life you'd be able to use, like this stamp. There's always signs that say hope. There's all sorts of hope out in the world, right? Okay, so I've got the hope there. And let me see if I can zoom you in just a little bit. I want to show you what I'm going to do with my ribbon. So this ribbon is, what do we call this? Faux linen ribbon. And it comes in all the in colors. So this is the strawberry slush. It also comes in the pink. I'm pretty sure it comes in the pink. I'm saying that. No, I'm not positive it comes in the pink. But for sure it comes in strawberry slush, and that's what I wanted. So I know I want my ribbon to mimic the ribbon of the stamp set. So I'm going to hold it in my hands approximately where I want. And then I'm just going to cut off the edge there. Now, to get the ribbon, see this here? This little, whatever we call that, that shape, flag end. To get that, I'm going to take my ribbon and fold it in half as best I can. This is handmade, so don't make yourself nuts over this, but fold it as best as you can. Give it a little squish there. Starting from the inside, going to the outside, I'm going to take my scissors and go at an angle. From the inside to the outside. And then when you open it up, you've got that little flag tip. Okay? So I'm going to do that on both sides. If you are holding it with the out, just make sure you're doing inside to outside. Otherwise, you just end up with like a arrow tip. Which, if you're looking for that, That's fine. But for this one, I'm not. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of all that. And now I've got my ribbon that mimics the ribbon in the stamp set. Okay, to put this down, I'm going to use a glue dot. You could use tear tape, probably would work. Let me actually, no, I don't have tear tape at my desk here, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to use a glue dot. So the easiest way to use a glue dot is to open your glue dot. Can you see it on there? And stick it directly to the ribbon. Squish it down and peel it up. Okay, so now this is where the back of the ribbon is going to go. But I want the... Okay, Betty. So I said live TV at its finest. Okay, so I want the front, I want it to look like this, right? So now I'm going to take my picky tool. I'm going to use not the actual picky part of the picky tool, but the spatula part of the picky tool. And I'm going to pick up another glue dot. And I'm going to approximate where I would like it, which is right about there. And then I'm going to hold this down and pull this out. So now I have my ribbon looking like the ribbon on the card. Okay? Put all of this away. Let me give you a helpful hint. Put this away right away. Ask me how I know. Okay. So now this is going to go on the front of the card. I'm going to use some more green glue here. Oh my goodness. Seriously, Betty, you almost did that upside down. Maybe Monday shouldn't be the day I do these. Okay, there we go. Ah! Okay, coming together. Now for the inside of the card, I'm going to use these words here. So this stamp is one large stamp, right? So, excuse me. The first week, I use mostly the sunflower part of the stamp. Today, I just want the words for the stamp. Support, strength, heart, faith, resolve, fight, hope, courage, survivor, believe. I want those for the inside of my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a really lazy way around this. There's a number of different ways to do this, but this would be the lazy way. I'm taking a basic Post-it note. These are not even the 3Ms. These are cheap. But look at, they're the exact right size. So do you think that was fate or what? Okay, so I just want to cover the sunflower part of this, and I just want the words to show. And I'm going to do this upside down so you can actually see what I'm doing here. But basically, you could stamp right into your ink pad. I'm just stamping my ink pad into my stamp. It accomplishes the same thing. This is the most important part. Remove this before you stamp it. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp this on the inside, and I won't get any sunflower. Not that it's not pretty, just that I don't want it. So now I've got just the words. That was easy, right? Okay, and now I'm going to go back and bring in my, this stamp here, the ribbon stamp. I'm going to stamp this off. I want it a little bit lighter. So I just stamped it. So I'm doing what I call a decaf version. La. Okay, so this is going to be the inside of my card. Okay, now this card could be sent to somebody battling breast cancer, or change out the colors, any kind of thing they might be battling. But it could also be sent to healthcare workers. It could be sent to lots of different people. So that's the goal of this card. This is definitely very breast cancer centric, I would say, based on the colors that I've chosen here. All right, so let me bring in the other samples from the previous 2 weeks in case you missed it at the beginning. Okay, this was week 1 using just the sunflower and the words. Hey, Linda, thanks. This was last week using just the hearts and the word love. So this really had, these 2 cards could be used for anybody for going, for anything. Whereas this card definitely has much more of a, a breast cancer look to it. I'm going to show you one more card. I'm not using this card next week, but I just want to show you one more card again. Pretty simple look to this card, but also a little bit more, not a little bit, very much more in the fighting cancer or fighting something, fighting a battle type situation. So these I'll bring in the stamp set one more time. It's called Love and Courage. It is $25. $3 from every purchase is donated to a breast cancer organization. If you purchase this on my website, bettyboop.stampinup.net, there is also a link to this. You should be able to link into the actual stamp set itself. If you purchase this, you will get all of the parts to make the cards that I have featured this month. So these 3 cards here, as well as the card that I'm going to make next week. So I have one more week of Love and Courage to share with you next week. And that card kit will also be included with these if you purchase this on my website. If you alternatively, if you purchase $50 of anything on my website this month, you will also get the card kits to make these cards. All right, that is it. Let me wrap up here. Let me flip you around. All righty, so at the beginning I talked about my kit class happening on Thursday evening or Friday morning. So if you're local to me and are interested in that, I would love to have you join me. I will post the link for that. Actually, I'll post it in the comments here, so you'll be able to find that in addition to the links for the for this stamp set and my website in general. I hope you all have a really good week. It's pouring here. I can hear the rain outside right now. Hope wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, if it's pouring, that you're enjoying some crafting time, and if it's beautiful out, that you get some chance to get outside and enjoy the weather. All right, I will see you next. You still here? Oh my gosh. I hit something to get rid of whatever. It is a Monday morning. Forget about it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I forgot where I was going. Anyway, have a great week. And I will see you next Monday for the final installment of the Love and Courage stamps cards. Okay, have a great week. Bye-bye.